YouTube, what's going on, baby? It's your boy Ron Real, aka Double R, back in the building, back with another video, back with another damn banger. All right, YouTube. So a little bit different intro than normally, especially with a championship match on display. But before I decided to record this video, I tuned into Lee Mac's video titled "Why Are You Here?" And pretty good message, as he always puts on good videos with very appropriate messages for the time that, especially for somebody like me, I'll need to hear it, and it'll kind of rejuvenate me and make me reevaluate how things are. And it just makes me realize that numbers, or whatever your purpose is, needs, or just like numbers. So many people, I think, are caught up on numbers or money or the wrong things. And I feel like I'm very privileged to be able to have somebody like him around me, because he is a person that's always going to keep me grounded and make sure that I'm on the right path. People will have their opinions of who they feel like the greatest cigar reviewer or the greatest cigar personality is, and I've been very vocal from day one who I always said was my favorite cigar reviewer, or who I feel like is the best. I don't give a shit if you got 100,000 subscribers or 50,000 or 20,000 or whatever the number is. Shout out to my homie Big O2. We've had this talk a couple of times, and when I refer to somebody that I feel like is the greatest of all time, in my opinion, we look at somebody like a Michael Jordan, who a lot of us will compare, or for me is Kobe Bryant, who a lot of people will say that is the greatest of all time. That person is able to do a lot of different things and very well. They're very good at a lot of different things. So I look at Lee Mac, and that's why I consider him the GOAT. He's a great reviewer. He's a great counselor. He gives great knowledge. So I say that pretty much to say this. Just because the numbers are there, that doesn't mean that you're great. I could have 100,000 subscribers or 50,000 subscribers, but I don't have a relationship with the people that follow me or support me. That's why growing is cool, but there's a number that's in my head that I really just never really cared to really get past, because I like being able to get on my live stream chats and talk to everybody personally and be able to address everything. I like watching my videos and seeing people comment, and I get to know these people because they comment on stuff all the time. My goal has been very evident from the start that I wanted to become a blender. Now, while I'm on here doing these reviews, I want to be the best damn reviewer that I can possibly be for me, for you guys. And I just look at a lot of things. I look at a lot of other reviewers. I've looked at a lot of other content. And, I've said it before, I don't feel like a lot of people are as genuine about the community as Lee Mac is, or as myself. There's a couple other people that I feel like are really genuine and looking out for the community's best interest. But just when I think I've learned enough from him, he always is teaching, and I'm learning more from him. So Lee Mac, shout out to you, man. Like I said, a lot of people are really supportive of me, but I've said this too. I think without a Lee Mac, if there wasn't a Lee Mac around, there wouldn't be me. And I look at that I look at that in a direct standpoint of just being a black male, or a black person in general. So when I first started smoking cigars, there wasn't really any black people that were doing reviews in general, males, females, or anything. You had Lee Mac, you had Piero Maduro, Charles Wallingford was around, he was just starting. And then you had Tobacco Kennedy from Stogie TV. Might have been one or two other people in there, but nobody that really had anything going, not anything really strong. Then you had Lancer Life, who came around a little bit later, but he stopped making videos. So, but out of all those people that I mentioned, Now, me and Charles are still fine now. We're really cool. But out of all those people I mentioned at first initially, Lee Mack always made himself very accessible to everybody. And to me, that's GOAT status stuff. That's very rare. So I've learned a lot from him just in the past year that I've been around. And he's helped me grow a lot. I hate to get on the soapbox. You guys know 9 times out of 10 I just come in and give a review, but the video just really touched me, and I feel like that is a video that a lot of people, anybody that's doing cigar reviews, needs to go over there and look at that video, because I feel like Lee can deliver messages and deliver content in a way that nobody else can. But that is a question that I always ask a lot of people that have come up after me. Why are you doing? Why did you decide to do the channel? What's your goals? What keeps you driven? You know, these are all necessary questions I feel that need to be answered to ensure that you are walking down the path that you think you need to be walking down, or to ensure that you're doing it for the right reasons. I never came into this wanting free cigars. I never came into it wanting a sponsorship. I could care less. It is on record with me saying, I've told James, I've had one other sponsor before James, or at the same time as James, and I've been on record saying that if Black Line doesn't work out, I don't even know if I care to be sponsored again by anybody else. It's just not my mission, man. That's not a goal of mine. My goal was to come on, give great content, great cigar reviews, get my palate respected by a lot of people, and get a shot at becoming a blender. It just so happened that it worked out where I ran across a guy that was starting a company pretty much, and he had a lot of similar goals as me, and we worked really well together. And so there you have it. So enough of my soapbox, man. We will get on to this cigar review. But I just that video really touched me and just kind of had me thinking a little bit, as I feel like anybody that was in that premiere that watched it, it probably touched them a little bit too. But we will get on to this review, so y'all hang tight and stay tuned. All right, man, so off my soapbox, we are here for the championship matchup. We're looking at the HVC Cerro going up against the Crowned Heads Le Carême. Looking forward to this. First up, we're gonna be smoking the HVC Cerro. This is a Nicaraguan Puro made in Aganorsa, or made at Aganorsa or Tapsa factory. Has Corojo 99 wrapper, Criollo 98, and Corojo dominant blend. So this is a complete Nicaraguan Puro. Comes in with a 6-inch body, 54 ring gauge. Tight and visible seams on it. Not very toothy, but it's got some bumpiness to it, some veins present. Just looks kind of like a standard cigar. Nothing, just, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's bumpy and rustic, but I wouldn't say it's like an elite cigar with nothing, just a very smooth leaf. It's just kind of a traditional looking cigar. All in all, not bad. Nice triple cap on this. This has been sitting in my humidor for a while. As you see, the bands are moving around nice and free on this. As I've told you guys before, I like to store mine pretty cool. Kind of like a cedar and cracker smell on it. But we'll go ahead, cut it up and light it and smoke it. Now, you guys know I'm gonna do something different for this championship matchup. I'm a straight cut guy through and through, and that is still my favorite cut. But I was able to catch this Cigar V cutter on sale. Got a very good deal on it. Paid under $30 for it. Couldn't pass it up. So we'll go ahead and do a V cut. Actually, I don't know. Maybe this might be the first V cut I've done on the channel. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody that's been doing some research or watching enough videos can tell you for sure. But I think this may be the first V cut I've done on the channel. I'm just traditionally more of a straight cut, and then from time to time I'll do a punch cut on some certain cigars too. Chocolate. You guys know I get that fudginess, that fudgy brownie kind of taste on it. Definitely Nicaraguan for sure. All right, we'll see what we got. Now what I will say I like about this Cigar over the Colibri The V cut is not as deep. It's deep enough to where, like, sometimes for me, I feel like sometimes it can kind of mess with the wrapper and make it start unraveling, but it's not as deep as that Colibri. That Colibri gets down way too deep for my personal preference. But to be fair, I will V cut both cigars. All right, seems like got a pretty good light. Good pepper hit. Nice black pepper, probably coming in around a 7. Good spice on that. Getting some nice earth. Almost like a graham cracker's almost in there too. Yeah, I'd say graham cracker, black pepper, nice earth. Good wood nut on that too. So we'll let this thing get heated up. Come back in the first third, let you guys know about body, flavor, strength, all that good stuff. So y'all hang tight and stay tuned. All right, so we're working our way through this first third on this HVC Cerro. A lot of great flavors coming out. Even right now, still getting a nice oak wood note, getting some crackers. There was some cinnamon, brown sugar in there. A little cedar flashed in the beginning as well too. Nice natural tobacco sweetness. Burnt line hasn't been razor sharp, but nothing I'm needing to pay attention to. Draw has been very good. I'd say right now, textbook medium across the board. Medium body, flavor, strength. So far, really able to enjoy this. I've said this before in some previous videos. This is a really good example of a Nicaraguan Puro. Just a very good example of a Nicaraguan Puro through and through. Not too strong, not too overpowering with pepper. And that, I think, goes to credit to Rainier Lorenzo's blending skills. He's a very good blender, knows what he's doing, working with some really well-aged, nice tobacco. So no complaints on that at all. That's pretty much it as far as this update. So I'm gonna keep on smoking and enjoying through this, get through this second, third, come back, let you know if there's any changes or not. So y'all hang tight and stay tuned. Working our way through this second, third. A lot of the same flavors still going on. Cedar and brown sugar is the predominant leading flavors for me right now, and I would definitely say there's an increase in the body and flavor. Low side of medium to full, still medium strength for me, as I'll probably take a draw here shortly and show you how dense and nice and creamy the smoke has gotten. Very nice on this. Nice clean finish, as HVC is known for, in my opinion. Really nice flavors on this. Burnt line again, still not razor sharp, but haven't had to do any touch-ups or relights or anything like that. So ash is flaky, but you know, it is what it is. The experience has still been very good for me. No complaints on this at all. This is just a very good cigar. Forgot to mention the price, as I've stated before in some previous videos. Cigar runs around just under $9. For me, this is a no-brainer. This is a daily smoking cigar for me. Find a nice box of these for a good price. Daily smoking cigar, without question. Just very good, nice, clean flavors. What I really have come to enjoy with Nicaraguan tobacco. Very simple, man. Not really much as far as updates, except for the body and flavor has increased. That finish is really nice, starting to get on that longer side of medium, starting to get to a nice long finish where you can taste it until the next draw. Even picking up a little bit of a coffee note on it too, black coffee. Just really good, clean, well fermented, aged tobacco. Just really good. We'll keep on smoking through this second, third. Still got quite a bit of cigar left. Come back if there's any changes, any increases in strength, flavor, anything like that. So y'all hang tight and stay tuned. I'll keep on enjoying. All right, so we're finishing up on this HVC Cerro. Very good cigar. Still say it's medium to full on body and flavor. Strength is probably a low side of medium to full as well. Still good flavors. On that last tail end of the second, third, you still were getting a nice creaminess and brown sugar. That has kind of unfortunately went away on this. Now I'm starting to pick up a little bit of a saltiness quality. Still getting a nice wood. Good pepper hit on it as well. Still very enjoyable. Just wish that sweetness would have carried over a little bit more into this last third. But I feel comfortable in scoring it, so we'll go ahead and do that. For flavor, I gave it a 16 out of 20. This could have easily been a 17 if that sweetness would have stayed over from that second, third and carried over into this last third. Still really nice, good flavors. Good brown sugar, good wood. some creaminess in there. You get a little bit of everything in there. So the flavor was good. Just wish it would have kind of stayed more along in the cigar. It just kind of was there in the first third, second third, last third kind of dropped off a little bit. The draw I gave a 20 out of 20. The burn I also gave a 20 out of 20. Even though the ash was flaky and the burn line got a little wavy at times, never had to pick up the light or anything to correct it. Still was a very good performance by it. Gave the complexity a 16 out of 20 and the strength a 17 out of 20, which is going to give this cigar overall score of 89 out of 100. Very good performance on this. Could have easily been at 90, 91. Had the sweetness or the creaminess would have stayed along in that last third, but still no complaints from a $9 cigar. Again, I cannot speak highly enough about the HVC Cerro. This is a fantastic cigar, daily smoking cigar, box-worthy cigar, in my opinion. So, with that being said, I'm gonna keep on smoking this thing down to the nub. We'll scoot on over to this Crowned Heads Le Carême and see if it can take it down for the championship. So y'all hang tight, and we'll get on this Le Carême. All right, next up we're going to be doing the Crowned Heads Le Carême and Kanonazo, which is a 5 7/8 by 52. This has the coveted Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, and Nicaraguan fillers. Very nice looking cigar on this one too. Not really sheen to it or a shine. It's just very dry looking, tight and visible seams. Not super toothy, and I wouldn't say not incredibly bumpy. Just a regular plain Jane kind of looking cigar if you took it off the band too. It's not a bad looking cigar. It just has a very dark tint to it. This one kind of smells like barnyard and manure a little bit, but you know, sometimes with cigars you'll get that manure smell. Very, very manure-ish. And as I said before, I did the V-cut with the Guardian, or I'm not, sorry, not the Guardian of the Farm, but the HVC Cerro. So we're gonna keep it consistent and do a V-cut with this one as well. Have to get used to that. The trimmings are kind of shooting all over the place. Like I said too, that's my thing about the V-cut. It's here, but a little bit of loose. The cap's a little loose on this one now. Yep, already peeling off. Pepper and earth is pretty much predominant on this one. Again, sub $10 cigar. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and light it up. See what it has to offer, as my friend Smoking Preacher says, and see if it can take down this HVC Cerro for the championship. Good light on that already. Good thing about this cigar is just not a very large ring gauge, so it doesn't take that long to light it up. A very spicy aroma on this one. Picking up a little bit of earth, black pepper. Black pepper's probably about a 6. A little raisin in there as well. Good draw on this one too. Nice start. All right, so we'll let this first third get heated up. I'll come back, give you body, flavor, strength, all that good stuff. So y'all hang tight and stay tuned. All right, so we're making our way through this first third. Very good performance so far, very good flavors. Picking up a lot of black pepper, a little bit of wood. There's a really nice earth in there, a nice black chocolate, almost very Tootsie Roll-esque, kind of is the best way I can describe that chocolate flavor. I wouldn't say it's just like a creamy milk chocolate, but it just reminds me of how a Tootsie Roll tastes. If you take a Tootsie Roll and chew on it, that's what the flavors I am getting. There is a creaminess factor in it, but it's just not like a milk chocolate, but it's got some creaminess and some chocolate in there, almost like separate flavors. Very good performance so far. Burn line, not razor sharp, but nothing I'm needing to pay attention to. Draw has been very good. Crowned Heads accustomed to doing having very good performance or very good construction, kind of like how I am grown accustomed to Drew Estate, Southern Draw, Padron. There's a number of other companies out there that, you know, when you pick up the cigar, the construction is going to be on point. Crowned Heads is usually right along with these other groups as well. Good smoke output on this. I would say right now, flavors are probably on that good medium, starting to go towards medium to full for flavor and body. Strength is a textbook medium for me as well. Good aroma on this, just a very good cigar. It's kind of unfortunate with the Connecticut broadleaf wrapper that the cigar has become kind of not a problem, but more harder to find as it's becoming more and more back ordered. But this is a very good cigar. in my opinion, is box worthy at all times. This size is really good. Of course, I love the Hermosa #1 is my favorite, but this is right along probably a close #2 as far as the favorite sizes. And then it's kind of hard to think about that too. I love the limited edition Bellicoso Fino that they do as well too. They didn't come out with it for 2020, and I'm assuming that is due to the problem or the trouble of them getting Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, but this is still a very good cigar. So overall, no complaints on this. Been able to completely enjoy this, so we'll keep on smoking through this, see if it changes up anything, see if any strength kick comes in at all or anything like that. So you guys hang tight and stay tuned. All right, so we're working our way through the second third. A lot of the same flavors, still a nice chocolate note on there, still a nice creaminess, still getting some pepper. Just been very enjoyable. Also a nice raisin note is picked in, or picked up in it as well. There was a little bit of a cherry sweetness in there, but that didn't last that long. But overall, still really enjoyable. Burn line still not razor sharp, but nothing needing attention. Draw has still been perfect. Medium to full on body, medium to full on flavor. Upper part of medium starting to get to that low side of medium to full for me on this. Still got quite a bit of cigar left to go. Still super enjoyable. Just been able to sit back and enjoy this cigar in its entirety, which you already know I'm a huge fan of that. So we're gonna keep on smoking, see if anything changes. So y'all hang tight and stay tuned. All right, so we're working our way through this last third of this cigar. Still very enjoyable. I would say everything is about the same, except for the strength is kind of bumped up slowly to that low side of medium to full. Still medium to full on body and flavor, just been super enjoyable. Still getting that nice chocolatey finish on this one. Still nice pepper, still nice wood on this. This is definitely gonna get nubbed out to the bottom too, but I still feel comfortable at this point to go ahead and score it, so that's what we're gonna do. So for flavor, I gave it a 17 out of 20. Just very enjoyable, nice, good flavors on this from start to finish. No complaints on my end at all. I gave the draw a 20 out of 20, the burn a 20 out of 20, complexity is 16 out of 20, and the strength is 17 out of 20, which is gonna give this cigar an overall score of a 90 out of 100. If you can do the math, the Crowned Heads Le Carême will be the first annual RonRealTV Summer Showdown Champion this year. Well deserved. Excellent cigar. Great showing by the HVC Cerro. These are two very good cigars. Also, this one was very hard to score. I would just give the slight edge to the Le Carême just for the flavors. Just enjoyed it just a tad bit more than I did the Cerro, but not taking anything away from HVC and what they're doing. Great company putting out great cigars. As you guys know, John Huber and Crowned Heads also putting out great cigars too. I want to personally thank you guys. Anybody that's taken the time to watch any episodes or all the episodes of Summer Showdown, really appreciate it. Along with Cigar Madness, this will be a tournament that will be a part of me and my channel for every year. Really looking forward to it. As I told you guys, it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and better each and every year. So with that being said, y'all already know the name of the game is relaxation and enjoyment. And don't forget to be driven, never motivated. We're going to catch y'all in this next one. Y'all be good. Peace.